Yeah, you can't.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I see you went no sleeves.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going headband.
Well, yeah, you can't.
You guys are merging into one person.
What is happening?
I was sure to brought my glasses.
This is incredible,
right? It's like we're looking at mirrors.
Yeah, I'm seeing the future me. The future's a little dim, I
guess. This is my workout headband. I keep this by the gym in case I ever decide to go in the gym.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. What do you got? What kind of tattoos you got over there? What do you got? A little mockingbird?
This is Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh yeah.
The skull and whatnot. Most people think it's John Wilkes Booth, which I don't really understand that. Okay. And then the next one is the old Tool tattoo.
Is that your deal? Tool? Yeah, that's what you like?
I'm a big Tool fan. Yeah.
They just played here with that Maynard did with his, what was that thing called? Santa?
Say Santa, yeah. The
yeah.
With Pussifer and Perfect Circle.
Yeah.
I kind of like the headband look.
Yeah, you should keep it. I mean, it's a little chemotherapy-ish, a little like
That's not the look I was going for.
Yeah, he's got a little bit too much forehead space. Is your problem, Mike? Where Cody's got the hair. Yeah. Here's a little up a little higher.
If I do that, then it looks like I might you don't know that I don't have hair here.
Yeah, true.
Whatever.
It's working. I mean, it is. Yeah, it's effective, I guess.
I just figured since you went no sleeves, I went headband. We could kind of match each other, but
yeah. Well, most people seem to think that we're father and son, so I figured I'd dress like you as much as I could.
Your hair is not too far off from my son.
Oh, really?
No, my son's got quite the afro on him.
Oh,
yeah, my son's got 70s black eye afro hair. He looks like Dwayne from What's Happening.
Oh, that's a good look to go for, I guess.
It's a half.
Pam Grier.
What's that?
Pam Grier.
Yeah. He's got a little bit of Pam Grier going. Anyway, Cody Tucker joins us every Wednesday on the show. You can find him on the internet at the Cody Tucker Show, both on Instagram and on his. I watched you. I watched a little bit of your podcast with you and another dude you were talking about wrestling.
Yeah, that's my buddy Nate. Childhood friend, grew up on the same street, same trailer parks, community. Hence Double Wide Dogs being the name of the podcast. But yeah, good time.
I don't know if I asked you this or not, because I definitely put it up on our Instagram a while ago. Top 4 wrestlers for the Mount Rushmore of wrestling.
Oh, Jesus. Stone Cold, number 1 for sure.
That's spoken like a true Texas guy.
Yeah. Stone Cold, Undertaker.
Yep.
The Rock.
Yep. Right now we are right on.
And 4th, I'm probably going Bret Hart.
Bret Hart. I did not go Bret Hart. Who did I go? I went Stone Cold, The Rock.
You went Flair, didn't you?
No, I thought it was Hogan.
Oh yeah, and Hogan. And I'm not a fan, but I mean,
Impact.
He changed wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like my 4 favorite, basically.
Right.
It's different if I'm going like who were the 4 greatest.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different, because then I would add Hogan. I would probably add Ric Flair.
Yeah.
And then it'd be The Rock and Stone Cold.
Ric Flair lives here now. And by all accounts, I mean, I've met him a couple of times and he seemed nice enough, I've got nothing against him. But man, I feel like it's winding down for Flair. Like he's like when Nicolas Cage went to Vegas to die. Like he came to Tampa to drink himself to death.
He's at the bar like every day.
That's all. I got reports last night that like Ric Flair is just an old drunk now. And
social media, the only time you see him is people are like, I was at the bar and ran into Ric Flair.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he's lived a good life. His story, his whole upbringing's pretty wild. That he was kidnapped as a baby.
Was he kidnapped?
Yeah, so there was a woman named Georgia Tan who used to run this like foster care system where obviously like the government would give money to people who were procuring foster children. So she just started kidnapping kids and selling them to families around the country. One of the families that bought Ric Flair was the Flyer family in Minnesota.
Wow.
But he was born in Georgia, which is where she was operating, or Tennessee, maybe is one of the two.
I did not know he was one of the babies.
Yeah, he was one of those babies. Yeah, there was a few celebrities who bought their kids through her. Like it was kind of a huge thing. She had like thousands of kids, just outright kidnapped them.
I'd buy a baby now if it was legal.
You would?
Yeah, like I don't want to go.
What?
Like my wife had 2 bad pregnancies. I have 2 kids. And my wife had 2 really bad pregnancies. Plus, she's 47 now, so you're gonna be squeezing any more kids out. But I would like to have I would have another baby now if I could.
My God, that seems miserable.
It's not though. You'd be surprised. You don't. Everybody said you don't know how much you love a baby till you have one. And I was like, I get it. It's my baby. But then you have one, you're like, all right, I get it now. I really love this baby.
Yeah.
Plus, my kids are older now, so I miss little baby phase.
Yeah, I've never met any of mine, so I have no idea.
But, you got them all laid out across the country.
Yeah, but your nephew won't let you see the baby.
My nephew just had a baby, but he gave the baby came with a list of rules. We weren't allowed to post pictures, and we weren't allowed to kiss the baby on the head and all that stuff. So I just choose not to see that child now.
The pictures thing is understandable. I think people need to probably not do that as much. But kissing a baby on the head, I mean, what the hell's wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, you get that baby smell. You have no choice. You get your and they were like, you have to sanitize your hands. I was like, oh,
but there was a case of babies like contracting herpes from family members and cold sores and stuff like that. So that's why, because in their
I'm not gonna kiss them there.
But their immune no, but you can get herpes on the mouth. But it was like the babies were contracting these really bad diseases, and some of them were dying. So you have to give them their immune system a chance to develop before you're just making out with babies.
I'm not gonna make out with a baby.
Sounds like you really want to. You're pretty pissed about the rules.
Yeah, I don't like rules.
Carmen thinks you have herpes. Is what I heard.
That's what I heard. Herpes clear. Never had a sexually transmitted disease ever. Nothing. Never had a chlamydia.
Really?
Yeah, I made it through, and I didn't use condoms a lot either. So I did a really good job.
No, condoms are for losers.
Well, I'm just saying, in the early '90s when things started picking up for me, and I started having weird random sex, and from Ybor City, those are the days I should have been wearing condoms, and I didn't, and I made it through a pretty good minefield of diseases.
A lot of dudes.
No dudes. No.
Get a hold of a poison pecker, and you're done. Yep.
Now I know why they don't want me to kiss the baby, because of guys like you ruining things.
A lot of stories.
All right, what do we have this week, Cody?
So got a story. So in the early 70s, there's a songwriter named Jim Weatherly. One day called up his friend Lee Majors, which I assume you know Lee Majors.
$6 million man.
Exactly. So Lee Majors calls up his buddy, but Lee Majors' wife, Farah Fawcett, answers the phone. So Jim and Farah talk for a little bit. During that conversation, Farah Fawcett mentions that she's going to go visit her mother in Houston and says that she's going to be taking the midnight plane to Houston. Weatherly thought, that sentence had kind of a ring to it. So he decided to write a song about it, changed plane to train and Houston to Georgia, and ended up writing the legendary Gladys Knight song, Midnight Train to Georgia.
Wow. I wonder if Farrah Fawcett doesn't get any credit for that, does she?
No, I'm sure not. Yeah.
That's great. All right, what else?
Yeah. I got a few casting stuff. I haven't done those in a long time. So the first Batman movie, the 89, Michael Keaton movie,
right,
was originally going to be a Batman and Robin movie with Robin played by Kiefer Sutherland.
Really?
Yes.
How old would he have been at the time? He would have probably been just a kid.
Kiefer Sutherland?
Yeah.
He would have been I think early 20s.
Oh, that's true, because that was Flatliners time and all that, right?
Yeah, and he did the Lost Boys, I think, is 80. Yeah, he had already done Lost Boys, Young Guns.
Okay, you're right.
Stand By Me, yeah, that was right on that time.
Stand By Me was 86, so, and I think he was about 19 in that movie, 18, 19.
Nobody wants a blonde Robin.
Yeah, well, apparently nobody wants any kind of Robin.
Yeah, that's true.
Which actually, the original choice for Robin in Batman and Robin was Tupac.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be odd.
Yeah, but he, died. So
Yeah.
hard to do that. But yeah, and then in that Batman movie, the 89 one, the original Joker, not Jack Nicholson, was going to be Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. I did hear that. Yeah.
Which probably would have been pretty good.
It's a great choice.
Yeah.
He could have been Joker or he could have been Riddler, I think.
Yeah.
Would have been great.
Yeah. And then, which Robin Williams also was the original choice to play Jack Torrance in The Shining.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's who Stephen King, when Stephen King was involved, that's who he wanted to play the character Jack Torrance. And then that didn't work out. So then he wanted Harrison Ford. That didn't work out. And Stanley Kubrick basically shunned him from everything. And
I don't find Robin Williams to be an ounce funny. He's never made me laugh and all that, but I think he's a phenomenal actor. I think he's great in movies. Yeah, in movies, I think he's great, and I think he's but that whole hair here, does nothing for me.
That's
same
fair.
Same thing with Steve Martin. I find Steve Martin to be a nice actor. Like I like watching him in movies, but when it comes to him doing stand up and hey, the wild crazy guy, that does nothing for me.
I don't think Steve Martin is funny in the slightest. I actually don't think any like 70s, like SNL type stuff from the 70s is funny.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's just not.
Do you agree with me that Dan Aykroyd has never made a good movie without being the second in that movie? Like he needs somebody else.
Sure.
There's no Dan Aykroyd vehicle that he has steered that has been successful without a Bill Murray or without a John Candy or one of those guys.
Yeah, Trading Places. He has Eddie Murphy, who's the only
carries the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's 100%.
Now I will tell you, he was great in Trading Places, but without Eddie Murphy, that is a different movie.
I mean, you guys are forgetting the cinematic masterpiece Coneheads.
Exactly. My point.
Yeah,
he was
exactly my point.
You know, the original choice for Trading Places, that was originally going to be a Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then they both backed out, so then they just, scrapped it. But they did, like 4 or 5 movies together. So
It's sort of crazy.
The last one. Yep.
Well, all right. If you want to find Cody, you can find him on Instagram at the Cody Tucker Show. Also on YouTube. What do you have coming up on your show?
Got an episode with Balthazar Getty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You talk Young Guns 3?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. There's not a whole lot going on with it yet, but they are, it is being filmed or pre-production. So,
what is he doing now?
I don't think he's just kind of hanging out.
Yeah,
I mean, living the life.
Yeah. All right. Well, he would have been a good Robin at one point.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, probably for that movie, for the first one.
First one, yeah. All right, and then Cody, tell everybody where they can get your book as well.
So Amazon.com or thecodytucker.com.
And
either way, yeah.
What is the name of the book? I'm sorry.
And Now You Know.
And Now You Know. A bunch of stuff that Cody does on the internet and does on this show every Thursday. You can find it in book form, nice, easy read. And go to thecodytuckershow.com and buy the book to support Cody. Cody, thank you, brother. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, man.
All right,
See you then.
There you go.